let's so far leave it at that. We go on to our first session, which is advertising. And this is what we call the universal principles of design that is applicable to advertising. Okay. The first one is what we call area of alignment. Okay. This is the most obvious part because the penguin here doesn't actually have a body. It was your mind that is supplying the missing part. How you will choose your models. Okay, the attractiveness bias. What makes a person attractive? Okay, what makes a person attractive? In modeling, they usually call it the X factor. And the picture will only
invalid.
Get this, pero ito ang top. Will it change the influence? Ibaba mo pa ang aperture mo, angle mo ng camera, so ang kuha mo, ganun pa rin. But, the change there, the contention there is, this time, it is diagonal. Actually, honestly, okay, just being honest, I find it sometimes that they look sexy. In that shot, kaya ko natin lang sa sarili ko yung why do you need a concept board, by the way? Kasi pag in-explain ninyo, pag nag-creative pitch kayo, yun yung parang logo. Okay? A representation of what this whole thing is all about. So this storyboard is incorporated into one, that a happy place where there is learning for kids.
Keyword research and analysis. This is one of the most important things in SEO, is to have the right keywords, because we're ranking for keywords. We're ranking for specific search terms, specific keywords when users enter in query in Google. So you also need to look at your content in the user's point of view. Like if I was the person I was going to promote this to, would I like what I'm seeing? That's also important. Any other questions?
But how come if it's not effective? I mean, and never mind.
Go ahead.
We know that it's not effective, but then people still do it. How come? I mean, the moment we see it, we know, we just... Never mind.
No.
It's a valid question. It's a valid question. It's a legitimate question. It's not only applied. May 500,000 naman who hated your branding, your kind of advertising. Would you like that? So you don't want that. You want to be really, you want to protect your integrity. So do it well and properly.
Because you're tricking man, kanang more misleading ka, but you're saying this, you're saying this sexy woman, but it actually goes to your side. Nothing really to do with just kanang imong giving the word. That's kanang misleading.
Mechanics, yes, that's the word.
1 point.
May tama ka. May tama ka. Okay, they're all products. You're going to lay them out. There are a number of pictures there. You may use all or you may use some, but you cannot just use one. Your consultant would be Tyron. So he goes around checking your things and see if you in your bag?
Taste the different colors of light.
I was thinking of a more striking font. Thicker,
stronger,
and the spacing should be a little bit closer to each other, because when you read weapon, it's close, it's weapon.
Reenactment. Diba?
One more time.
What if, for example, some silk?
One more time.
So basically,
Sa mga photos na nakuha namin, we have what you call this, iba't ibang photos ng mga lalaki with different personalities. So, ang challenge sa amin is we're all girls and it's really difficult to come up with a what we call this. He won because the gasoline that they used, yung motor
Valvoline signifies Victory Virgin Minor Valve.
Opens a new world. Like before, I no longer look at advertisements the way I look at them before. Like pag nakakita ko ng ad, isipin ko I look more about the product. Pero ngayon, I think about the copy. Then I think about how clever or stupid sa copy. Then before, pag may nakita ko isang advertisement sa isang ad sa TV, sabihin ko ay baduy. Pero now, I think na hindi siya baduy, it's not for me, that's why it doesn't click. So, isa yun.
Sometimes you are too focused on making your ad viral that you are not conscious already whether what you're doing is ethical or not, or unethical.
In class, he always emphasizes that you should have an eye for, advertising if you wanna dwell into that after graduation. So, aside from that, it enhanced my logical skills and yeah, as what I said, creative skills.
One thing I've learned in advertising is that content and creativity should work together. Because, of course, no matter how creative your ad is, if it doesn't sell, then it's useless.
For my impression now of advertising, I became very, very interested with advertising because of the fact it talks more about psychology, and I'm interested into how people think, how they behave, and how you can persuade people through advertising. And as I further study on advertising, I can see that there are a lot of things. Like for example, what we've learned yesterday through the lecture about the face-ism ratio and how the people look at pictures and how they interpret pictures and how their eyes move from one figure to another. It's very interesting how to know how people look at things, and through that I can use it in different ways. I mean, not only in advertising, but also I can use it through public speaking or like other ways of persuading people, or yeah, something like that.
I now know that advertising is a very long and tedious process. Even just to create a print ad there's so many things to consider.
How it was to work in advertising, and after this course, especially after the workshop that we did, you find out that it's really complicated. Everything is complicated, from the creatives to copywriting, even the business itself. But there's always, like in modeling, there's the X factor, and in advertising, there's that X factor that still makes you want to deal with it.
It brings out the creative juices anew, and it's kind of fulfilling job because if you venture into it, it's gonna be fulfilling because after this process of conceptualizing and everything, you'll end up with a product that.
Not about the nitty-gritty of advertising. It came to me that advertising really is no joke. You can make a very funny advertisement, but the process before coming up with the output is definitely the direct opposite.
And what I like about advertising is that it brings out one's creativity. And I learned that in order for a person to make an advertisement and critique it, it takes a lot of considerations, and you have to look into different aspects.
Able to appreciate it more now. Like the topic about consumer behavior and the advertising techniques, where you can really see how those people that work in the advertising companies were able to manipulate people, how they would buy the products now.
It helps me on how to advertise my company. I'm actually into a call center business right now, and it really helped me
talk to different clients from different cultures, it also boosts my confidence in, dealing with other people. So basically, advertising has helped me with my interpersonal skills.
Like it more. But I don't like the creative side of advertising. I like the business side because I'm not that creative. Just maybe 2% of my brain is. So yeah. And I learned a lot of things during Sir Gregg's class. It was good that he was our teacher and he really brought a lot of things to the table. He taught us how to do design, he taught us how to do copy, he taught us how to take ads, and he even taught us the things that we know when we go out to the real world. If ever we venture into advertising, we already know what to expect.